What's up guys, Chip here, and today I'm going to be showing you a really cool technique on how to give your spore creatures these sort of pets, kinda. So let's get into it. So this is a pretty normal standard spore creature, right? It's got a few modded parts such as the feet, but that doesn't matter too much. I should mention before showing you that this technique does require a few mods. It may be possible to do in vanilla with a few invisible limbs, but I'm not sure how to get invisible limbs in a vanilla way, so you are gonna need a few mods. But it's still a pretty cool technique that, as far as I'm aware, I'm the one who kind of invented it. I've never seen anyone do this sort of technique. I'm not gonna take full credit for it because maybe it's been done before, but as far as I know, I kind of came up with it. I even got Rebecca from Dark Edge TV to see it on her own Discord server. Even she didn't know about it, which is like crazy to me because she's an absolute pro when it comes to Spore. But how does it work? Well, basically, you're gonna go over here and you're gonna get yourself a invisible limb. You do need a few mods for this because, of course, it's an invisible limb. It's not something completely vanilla. It's something you can get on vanilla Spore, but it's something I personally don't know how to get in vanilla Spore. So what you're going to do is you're going to stretch out this vanilla limb to wherever you want your creature to be. So if you want to be if you want to make it a flying creature, you just put it up here. If you want it to be like a little pet that walks beside you, you can put it like here. I'm gonna be putting it on this side just as an initial showcase here. Unfortunately, you cannot attach a different normal limb to this. You can see it doesn't attach. I could attach it here or anywhere else, but in here it doesn't, which kind of sucks, but we can still make it work. How? By placing a foot. This foot will basically be the body of your creature. So let's get a foot here. Maybe something like, let's take this foot as a starting point, and I'm going to make a three-legged slug for this pet, right? This sort of additional little creature. So basically, this is the body of your creature right here. If we go over here, you can see the limb doesn't exist, and it just has these little feet on the side, right? And this is the body of your creature, and what you can pretty much do is you can just stack things on top of this to try and make an additional little creature, a little buddy that will walk beside your main creature right here. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, very much fortunately, you can actually place parts on these limbs here, but for this case, it's actually getting a little bit in the way. I don't know if I'm gonna get it positioned quite how I want it. We'll leave the shelf for later. Let's give it some eyes. Maybe this, yeah. And as you can see, the eyes are a little asymmetrical. Not asymmetrical, that's not what I mean. But the eyes are only placed on one side of the creature. And something that you should avoid is these eyes such as this one. Because if you want to place it like that, it works. But when you go to place it on this side, it's still facing the same way. So it's just going to look very goofy. So try to get some eyes like these or these, which you can place on both sides and they won't look so weird. I'm not sure this is going to work that well, this eye specifically, but hey, it's got some personality, alright? So that looks pretty good. Unfortunately, you can't attach like you can't attach like limbs to it. You can't. It's a foot. You can attach whatever you could attach to a normal foot. So you can't like give it a mouth or anything, only if it's connected to this limb. So as I said, it does have some limitations, but I still think is something worth giving a try. Oh, that could look like a little tail. It's gonna be very hard to try and make, like, I could try to make a little cat, but I just know that's not gonna work and it's not gonna animate properly, because what foot here looks like the body of a cat? None. Just come up with your own little creatures. Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I could just give it wings. You can see how this could be a great way of putting little parts on your creature, like like for example, this creature over here. Let's say I needed the wings, but I didn't want this specific creature to have wings. If I just place them here, it's like I'll still have the abilities that the wings give me, but he won't have wings, you know? His little buddy does, which is really cool. So if we go to test it out, look at that. He's got a little buddy. I actually like that quite a lot. I think it turned out pretty good. Is there a way you can jump? I don't think the wings are really animating. But that's kind of it for the walking ones. And oh yeah, forgot to mention, you can always just if you only want one of them and not two, on most cases, you can just go over here and press A and just pull it out. So that way you get you just pull it out on one side. You get asymmetry when you press A. And then if you actually come over here, you can tell that for this creature, actually, I think it works pretty well. I actually like the way he's walking right now because of the way his arms are shaped. But he is walking weirdly like that because he technically has an uneven amount of limbs, of walking limbs. So if you want to fix that, what you can do is just give it an invisible foot. I think it's over here, actually. Yep. You can just give him an invisible foot. And now if you go over here, he is walking like normal. I'm actually not going to give him this invisible foot because, as I said, I like the way he's walking like this. I like it a lot. And now for the other kind of little pet creature you can give him is to just pull it all the way up here, and now we're going to give him a little bird or butterfly or whatever. And for this creature, for this thing, you should really avoid giving it hands, because that's going to mess up the creature a little bit. Like, it's probably going to try to grab things, and it's not going to work well as a body. Plus, when the hands animate, the little parts that get stuck to it, they don't animate well. So you should try and use other things as a body, since you can just attach pretty much anything here. You can get really creative, and you can just make up a little flying creature. So this could be the body of this little bird right there. Let's give him a little beak. Let's give him some little eyes. That looks pretty cool. And now we can just give him little wings. So you can see it doesn't work all that well, because this is technically the inside of the wing, and this is the outside, and the outside is facing inside, and vice versa. Because it's on both sides, right? Because technically the middle of the creature is this line right here. So anything placed beside that will always face this way, and vice versa. But I think it still works if you really want to give your creature little buddies like this. I definitely know that personally I really like this technique. So there you go. We got a little birdie and a little whatever the hell that is. And look at that. Doesn't that look really cool? Wings don't really move all that much. I mean, when he jumps, they do. Unfortunately, these don't. I'm not sure these wings themselves even animate that well. But you can see he's got a little birdie friend, and he's got a little hoppy friend right there. And this is a really cool technique that I found out. Thing is, when it comes to painting, you cannot paint them separately, since they're all technically the same creature. So I could make this one red and this one yellow if I wanted to. They're all going to be the same color as this one. So as I said, it's got quite a few limitations, but it's still a pretty cool technique if you want to just give them a few little friends, which I definitely do. So let's save this creature separately. Gobble and friends. I'm not coming up with a name for both of them. And let's save out, and let's see how this creature works in game, because it's fully functional. So let's see how that works out. By the way, pro tip, if you press Control-Shift-C, you can open up this thingy here. The chat, I guess. I don't know what it's called. And if you put the command Evo Advantage, you can basically start any planet with any creature you want. So even the really advanced creatures, not just straight out of cell stage ones. So let's select the Goblin Friends, and let's go straight into the planet. The other little thing is drowning under there. But you can see how the eyes still show a good bit of emotion, since they work like any other eyes. So that's cool. I guess it does give a little bit more personality. And here we are. So as you can see, hold on. Oh, what is this? Oh, Rodan. Okay. So as you can see, even in the game, it works pretty well. We got the little guy hopping. He runs pretty weirdly due to having uneven number of legs, which I like for this creature. And the little birdie actually looks like he's flying. Look at that. He looks pretty good. As you can see, every member of your stop toward gaming like that. Every member of your pack will have the same little buddies, since it's just a normal sport creature, except it looks like 3 of them, right? But I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you around, hopefully.